And what do you think of the tops, Fraser? We'll see them when we're on the water next. Hello YouTubers, welcome to vlog number 136. It is Henley Roller Regatta, day 3. It's a Friday. Instead of wearing an outrageous shirt, I've went for outrageous trousers because that's what Henley Roller Regatta is all about. Outrageous clothing while watching outrageous rowing. We're just going to walk down to the club for a lovely lunchtime paddle and we'll see you there. Flick that camera.
What are you doing?
And we've got Nick Middleton, who's decided to watch the racing from a different angle this year. Wow! Awesome. Now to go get some food. And we're now in the crew room for breakfast because remember, food is fuel. Looking forward to getting out on the water in the midday sun with these lads.
Top secret.
Mr. Row Elite, Matthew Tarrant, writing a programme, a half-an-hour programme. Oh yeah!
Have you seen?
Yes, they've
tank
seen.
top?
I'm very sweaty. It's absolutely wonderful. So we're gonna eat this, then we're gonna go out on the water. Okay, and welcome to Erg Thoughts for today. As you can see, we've got the yam tops on. Let me know in the comments below what you think of those. Perhaps not positioned 100% correctly with the yam, but I think they're pretty sweet. Anyway, as you can tell from the title, yesterday was sort of about dealing with regatta, a little bit about regatta tips, and today we're going to talk about sort of race tips themselves. So, a couple of tips from myself. Probably one of the biggest things about racing is confidence. And that doesn't have to be a sort of outward arrogance. It's just confidence in yourself, in your ability, in your boat to perform at the level that you want to perform at. So for us, we have done certain speeds and we have done certain pieces down the course, and we know our speed, and it doesn't matter who we line up against, whether it's a schoolboy like St. Paul's, or if it's the GB top 8 this year, or some completely different 8 that we might know as we see some helicopters passing over the course. It doesn't matter what 8, or in my example, what 8 you line up against, you can only do your race. You can only go your speed, and that's what I mean by confidence. Have the confidence in your ability to produce the results that you are capable of producing. Sometimes you can have those rare occurrences where you can go above and beyond that, but you don't want to go the opposite way and sort of lose confidence and think, oh my goodness, how am I going to do? What am I going to do? The outside factors cannot affect your ability to perform. So have confidence in your own ability, in the training you have done throughout the year, and in sort of your boat's, the people in your boat's ability to really commit to racing and to produce the results that you've been training to produce. And like I said, you can only go as fast as you can go, and that isn't affected by the other people that you're racing. Okay, another point for our racing tips is to find what works for you pre-race and post-race, of course. So pre-race, for me, I've talked about it before, is basically getting very, like when I'm feeling very sweaty, when the sweat's dripping on my face, when I have feeling really hydrated and I know the level of hydration I like, I know I'm ready. Some people like to eat at a certain time before a race. Some people like to drink a certain amount before a race. Some people like to sleep before a race. Some people like to sort of do a certain exercise before a race. But you figure out what you need to do, and then you can hone that over races, and then over time you can just think, okay, I've done my bit in the erg, I've done my bit in the bike, and now I'm ready to go for this race. Or when that again adds that confidence that you might need for that race. And that goes to the sort of post-race technique, if you will, as well. You find out what works for you post-race. Some people can't eat anything after a race, so they really struggle to get fuel in. Some people are fine and they can eat whatever they like, and other, like for me, I quite like getting just a quick sugar in, because your body can be quite depleted of glycogen, so just getting some quick sugar in before you eat a sort of bigger meal just to tide you over and then go for a bigger meal. But that's me, and other people like, so even just a small little packet of jam or honey or something like that, and a banana, a push as well, can also work. But everyone is different, and everyone can have their own sort of post-race prep, post-race technique, and that's what I'm saying. You have to figure that out yourself, test different things, and then see what works best for you. And lastly, this sort of goes without saying, but I'm going to say it anyway. So I did 3 points yesterday on regatta tips and 3 points today on race tips. It's really about enjoying it. If you enjoy what you do, I've talked about enjoying things before. If you enjoy what you do, you're going to want to do better. You're going to want to push yourself harder. And it just makes the whole experience better. So, enjoy the racing. Just take it in. So, for example, you saw us before, we stopped the boat and watched those helicopters fly over the top of us. Obviously, you can't do it in the middle of a race, but take in what you're doing. And that doesn't have to be in a rowing race. It could be sort of your daily commute or anything. Just really take in what you're doing and enjoy what you're doing, because that can really just affect all sorts of different things, not just your ability to race. So yeah, enjoy the process. Enjoy what you're doing, no matter what it is. Okay, and let's get back to the rest of the vlog. And we've made it outside the club for lunch after our lovely session. Absolutely excellent. So right here we've got a little fenced off area that we can relax at without having our suit and tie on for the regatta itself. Being in the shade, having some food, all gone now. We had a lovely baked potato, chili, cheese, onion, mushroom mix of stuff. How was the sesh, Fraser?
Sesh was good. We're on fire, for sure.
And we also have cake.
Cake on top. Can we get a review? 1 to 10. Oh, is that good?
6.4 out of 10. Icing delicious. I can't really taste the cherry. Let's see what we have. Actually, right now, the Visitors 4 are coming out to play for their race coming up soon.
Yeah, boys!
Yeah, boys! They're just putting it down on trestles, and then they go out for the race this afternoon in the heat. Yeah, boys! Yeah, and that's the lads going out now for their race. Good luck, the boys, against Australia. How busy it is in Leander Club just now. A lot of people around as we are in the Friday of Henley Royal Regatta. All the boats behind me, all the boats going out on the water. Very exciting times. And now it's time for me to head off for a bit of recovery after the wonderful session on the water this morning. And stay away, out of the sun, get hydrated, get recovered. Oh yeah! Another opportunity to walk over the bridge and get back to recovery time. Henley Royal Regatta still going on, very, very busy, obviously, day 3. Now to get to the house. And we have made it back to the house. Fraser and I just chilled out here in the shade, in the slightly cooler air, maybe a little bit, just as we watched the final races of the day, up to tea time anyway. And like I've said before in yesterday's vlog, it is really important, especially when racing, staying out of the sun, keeping your feet up, sitting down if you can, and lying down preferably. Coming up to racing, so tomorrow we have now found out our opponents. It will be the Brooks and Edinburgh boat, so they're as Brooks B. So I'm looking forward to racing them tomorrow. They look fierce, especially as they raced Cantab this morning or this afternoon. So we'll see how we get on tomorrow. But really excited to get racing tomorrow. It's just every day, it's just, especially when you see the day 1, 2, 3 of the Henley Royal Regatta, you want to get on that course yourself and see what you're made of. And tomorrow is that opportunity. Oh yeah! Okay, so that'll be it for the rest of the vlog for today. Hopefully you enjoyed it. Remember, subscribe if you haven't already, hit that like button, and have a good one.